Okay. All right. Good evening. Hope everyone's doing well out there. Welcome to another episode of On the Cutting Room Floor, presented by Publicity Agents. I am your host, Tony Ray Harvey. And peace in. Peace in. Well, you know why I'm here, so let's tell you how it went down tonight at Footprint Center in Phoenix, Arizona, between the Sacramento Kings and the Phoenix Suns, who went into this game 6-7 as far as ranking. Suns were in sixth place in the Western Conference, and the Kings were in seventh place in the Western Conference. Well, that has changed tonight because the Sacramento Kings fall to the Phoenix Suns 130-125 on national TV, TNT. So the Kings are now 30-23, 30 wins, 23 losses, and they are 15 wins, and they have 15 wins and 14 losses on the road this season. And they have lost a second straight game on this 3-game road trip because they lost to Oklahoma Thunder on Sunday, February 11th. Today is February 13th. And they're in the midst of a back-to-back. So they are flying to Denver right now as we speak to face the Denver Nuggets one more time in 5 days because they played them here at the Golden One Center here in Sacramento, which they beat them convincingly, 135-106. So we know that the Nuggets are looking forward to this game, which will be the last game before All-Star break. All-Star weekend will be in effect starting tomorrow, actually. And that All-Star weekend will take place in Indianapolis, Indiana. So Kings got one more shot to get one more road win. It is not going to be easy. We know this. But right now, folks, I don't really know what to say about this. I really don't. Kings have put themselves in a very difficult situation with this loss. Okay? On so many levels. Because one thing, the Suns has tied the season series up 2-2, and they have one more game to play. Remember that play-in tournament kind of shifted things. So the Kings will face Phoenix Suns 5 times this season, and they will face the New Orleans Pelicans 5 times this season. So they do have 2 more games to deal with the Pelicans, but that's not the problem here. The Kings fall to 8th place in the Western Conference. Phoenix move ahead. Phoenix move ahead of the Pelicans to number 5. So as I was saying, you keep tumbling and tumbling down, you make it worse. Because you have to win to move up these charts. Okay? Now, De'Aaron Fox, he had 40 points. Domantas, he recorded another triple-double. He gets his 36, 37 straight double-double on the season, franchise record. Okay? All for naught. Nothing. Okay? Malik Monk had a great performance off the bench with the 22 points, but Malik Monk had 5 turnovers in this game. De'Aaron Fox had 6 turnovers in this game. Okay, and it was a really good game, But the reason why I say that because I just spoke of the 3. Trey Lyles did not play tonight. Sasha Vezenkov may be out for the rest of the season. Something's going on with a sprained ankle. That right sprained ankle has been going on for a while. He didn't play like 2 of the last 5 games anyway. Of course, he didn't play tonight. And this is basically the same team that we had last season. And these guys really going to have to, pick it up as far as the bulk of the work. Yeah. This is what we're going to be dealing with from here on out through the season, because once they play the Nuggets tomorrow, okay, Valentine's Day, Kings don't play again until February 22nd. They will play that game here in Sacramento at Golden One Center. They will play the San Antonio Spurs. So Victor Wembanyama will be in town, okay, Yalen. So we'll see how that goes. But that's February 22nd. Next game after that is the LA Clippers, which will be another televised game. So they got Wemby here, Greg Popovich, the coach, and Wemby here on the 22nd. And then the next game they will be playing the Clippers. So I wouldn't really look at it, the Spurs being a pushover team right now, because we're talking about the Sacramento Kings, and we don't know what they're going to give us at this point. Yes, they did play tonight. Played pretty well tonight. Okay, but they had a lot of opportunities, to beat this team. Matter of fact, they had 68 points in the paint. Okay, and the Suns only had 36 points in the paint. So it's the Kings shot over 50%. Anyway, let me go through this. Okay. And the Kings have lost 4 of their last 5 games. Let me put that out there as well, too. I did some rearranging tonight, covering this game. Second half, I was listening to Gary Gerald, from the radio station here, who was basically the beat broadcaster for the King for that radio show. So I was listening to him, most of the second half. So it was some things that I had to catch up on, as far as some flagrant fouls and things like that. So I kind of moved around. I wasn't really too interested in, listen to the commentary that was going on for TNT. And nothing against him, though. I just want to hear from Gary's perspective tonight, since it was a national game. But De'Aaron Fox had 40 points. He had 9 rebounds, 6 assists, 3 steals, okay, in 39 minutes. Okay, he was 14 for 31, shooting from the field, 5 for 12 in three-point territory. Okay, so he made 5 3-pointers, 7 for 10 shooting free throws. Okay, 6 turnovers. 6 turnovers. Domantas Sabonis, 35 points, 18 rebounds, 12 assists, 1 steal, and 3 blocks. Okay. He shot 14 for 22 from the floor, 7 for 8 from free throws. He's been shooting pretty well, at the charity stripe. So if there's anybody, is leading by example, at least hitting his free throws consistently, it has been Domantas Sabonis. He only had 1 turnover in this game. Okay. So he took care of the ball. Okay. He had at least, I could be wrong, anywhere between 4 or 5 dunks. I think he had like 5 dunks, and they were all powerful dunks. I mean, they was statuette type of dunks that he was posing on, on Nurkic and whoever else was in his way and stuff like that. But another solid game by Domantas Sabonis, who, if I might repeat myself, is not an all-star this year with all the work that he's been doing. Okay, so the people on the big stage on TNT, on national TV, saw tonight that this man ain't playing around. He should have been an all-star. There's the evidence right there in your face. Okay, 6'10", 6'11", about 240 pounds of all muscle, taking care of his business. Malik Monk, 22 points, 4 rebounds, 6 assists, 1 steal. Okay, shot 9 for 16 from the floor. Didn't make any baskets in 3-point territory. He was 0 for 5 in that category. 5 turnovers. Had 1 steal, 1 block, 33 minutes. Okay. Malone been on the tear these last few games. He's been scoring up in the 20s. I think he's last 5 or 6 games. 5 of the 6 games he done scored 20 or plus, 20 or more a game, and he only one of those games was like a 18 point. I forget what game that was in, but he been pretty much on the tear. Matter of fact, to his credit, Malik has been entering this game. He has been in it. He was averaging 22.4 points a game, 5 assists, and 1 block. So he's been getting at least a block each game. Okay, he had a block tonight. So he's been doing really, really well. Except for those turnovers. These guys, I don't know what's going on with that, but they really gotta, get a handle on what's happening. We're taking care of that ball. Okay. So in the last 5 games before the 22-point effort tonight, Monks has scored 26, 23, 23 again, 18 points, and 22 points. Okay, that was before entering this game. So he's been averaging 22 points, 5 assists, and 1 block per game. So they need some help. Somewhere, somehow. I mean, you score 125 points. Head coach Mike Brown said this when they lost against the Detroit Pistons here at Golden One Center. Okay, you score 120 points. Detroit scored 132 points, I believe that was. Okay, you score 120 points, you should win. Okay, you score 125 points, you should win. You should win. Okay. Boy. That's basically, where we are. Like I said, Trey Lyles, he was out of action. Oh, let me start here. Kevin Huerter, 10 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 rebound, 1 block, 1 steal and 1 block. Okay. 1 assist, 1 steal and 1 block. So yeah, 10 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, and 1 block in 23 minutes. But, okay, this is where, I got a little caught up in the radio show, but I was listening to what Gary was saying. There was an exchange between Kevin and Coach Mike Brown, okay? And that happened at the beginning. See, I would say, when did it happen? That happened at the beginning of the 4th quarter, okay? The Phoenix Suns jumped out 9-2 in the 4th quarter, okay? They were already up 94-92 to end the 3rd quarter, okay? But they jumped out on a 9-2 run, and the score was 103-94. Mike Brown calls a timeout, okay? And that's when they had this little exchange going again, and it didn't look good at all, okay? And Kevin didn't play for the rest of the game. All right, so whatever it was, it definitely had to be something about defense because the Suns, they scored quickly. I mean, KD hit a basket. Okay, Eric Gordon hit a 3. All right, Royce O'Neal, I'm going to talk about him in a minute. He hit another 3. Okay, so that basically, Malik scored it somewhere in between there, and that made it a 9-2 run. So whatever was going on between them two, it did not look good. So it'd be pretty interesting to see what happens in this game tomorrow in Denver, where Mike is on that. Because it has something to do with defense. Don't even get it. We'll find that out later. But that was Kevin and Mike pretty much having some word between each other. And we know how Kevin been having a pretty difficult up and down season with his team. Okay. And I hope everything's okay between the two because they are professionals. Okay. In the highest degree. So let's just see, hopefully they can work that out. I know when Mike had issues with Malik Monk, okay, he even said it. He even told the press. He called him in the office, okay. He apologized to him, okay. They apologized to each other. Okay, whatever it was. Okay, they exited out and went on about their jobs. Okay, as a team should. Okay, as a coach should. Okay, so hopefully whatever's going on between Kevin and Mike, they'll figure it out. Because there's some time, to be busting at the seams like that, especially, when emotions are pretty high, going on right now. Okay, let me go back here, with the Phoenix Suns. Kevin Durant had 28 points, 11 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 steal in 38 minutes. Okay, Devin Booker, 25 points, 3 rebounds, 9 assists, 3 steals. But he made 11 to 13 from the free throw line. And as we know, he is good and skilled, okay, and aggressive at getting to the free throw line. He did just that tonight. They shot 80% from the field. 80% from the free throw line tonight. They were 29 to 36. Okay, I think this team overall this season is shooting like 81% from the free throw line. So they're a really good free throw shooting team. And that's what I like to see the Kings be, okay? If you want to go from good to great, okay, why can't you be a good free throw shooting team? Shooting down there in the late, in the early 70s, anyway, okay? But Devin Booker, Grayson Allen, okay? I've always liked Grayson Allen. When he was at Duke, okay? I know in his last couple of years, he's having some issues, some anger issues and stuff, but it seemed like all that has maxed out. He's being the best of the best professional. He had 19 points, 4 rebounds, 4 steals. 4 steals. Okay, the young man plays defense. He had 1 block. He did all this in 39 minutes. He was 3 for 3 at the free throw line himself. But Eric Gordon was drafted back in 2006, 2007 out of Indiana. He only played 1 year there, okay? I'm pretty familiar with his work on both sides, the collegiate level and the professional level, okay? Because at one point, he had committed to go to the University of Illinois, and I was certainly looking for that. Now, he's from Indiana, okay? Calvin Sampson, who was the coach at the time at Indiana, he did some things that he shouldn't have done, okay, as far as contacting this kid after he had already committed to go to Illinois, okay. Eric Gordon changed his mind. He went to the University of Indiana, okay. Kevin found a way to get around contacting him by texting him, okay. So the NCAA changed the rule on, no, you can't even do that too. All right. So he was committed to go to Illinois, but he went to Indiana. I just thought I might just throw that in there because y'all know how I am. I'm a diehard Fighting Illini fan and stuff. So, but yes, so he ended up playing only 1 year because Indiana was facing some other sanctions behind Kelvin Sampson, who now coaches at the University of Houston in Houston. They're doing really, really well. Okay. All right. I love Kevin. I interviewed him a couple times like that. His dad been part of some civil rights issues back in, the 40s and 50s, okay? He has a lot of Native American in him as well, okay, from North Carolina. But Kelvin Sampson, he's a really cool dude, okay? But after those sanctions came down with Indiana, Eric Gordon, he enters the draft, okay? So he's a high pick in that draft. I want to say 2007. That's the year that the Kings got Francisco Garcia, too. Maybe it was 2008. But anyway, he was drafted by the LA Clippers. Okay. Well, tonight, he's still in the league. Here we are in 2024. Okay. He had 23 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, okay, and 1 block, and 27 minutes. And he made 4 of 9 in 3-point territory. Okay. He even had an alley-oop. Okay. Eric Gordon, kid, he's about 6'3", 6'4", 6'3 and a half, 6'4", okay? But he's built like a fullback. He made this alley-oop. He did it with ease. He really did it with ease. I like him. I always mess with him when he comes here, regardless of what team that he played for. But he came off the bench. He was a firebug, okay? He was lighting it up. I mean, he had 10 points in the first quarter, okay? When he first came off the bench. He was lighting it up, okay? Royce O'Neal, okay. That's where I want to get to. Royce O'Neal came to the Suns in a trade from the Nets, okay? Also, the Suns picked up David Roddy from Memphis Grizzlies. He didn't play tonight, okay? But these guys are defenders, okay? And they can shoot a little bit too. And Royce did show that tonight, okay? As he get more used to playing, you know, get a little chemistry with this team, okay, he's going to be a really good asset coming off the bench for the Suns. Because right now they're in that win-now mentality. I was listening to Henry Turner, High Flyer, and Scott Marsh on their radio show, and they were, you know, talking about these new additions that the Sun got. Okay, these guys, these cats are going to really be a big addition to these teams going down the run. I mean, Royce O'Neal, I think the Kings was, you know, I don't know if they was in discussion to get him, you know, or not like that, but I know a lot of people were, at least here in Sacramento, wouldn't mind having him. And he showed up tonight. He hit a couple big baskets tonight, late in the game. Hit a couple big threes. But that defensive end, okay? He had 9 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists, 4 steals, 1 block in 29 minutes. He shot 3 for 7 from the field, okay? 2 for 5 in three-point territory. And I'm telling you, those 2 threes were a different maker, okay? They got a nice little pickup on that. Because I'll repeat myself, as I always do, okay? When he pick up, get a little chemistry going with this team in the flow and stuff, start understanding tendencies, okay, and how the system works, he's going to be a good addition. And it's the same way with Dallas too. We all talking about, you know, Dallas is giving away first-round picks like candy, okay? But they on this win-now mentality, okay? This is one thing I learned about, you know, when they be doing these trades, you know, and giving away picks. I had this discussion with Jeff Petrie, okay? Matter of fact, there were 3 of us, Jeff Petrie and the late Marty McNeil, who was a writer for the Sacramento Bee. May you rest in peace, okay? And they had just traded for Cuttino Mobley from Orlando Magic. And for whatever reason, we were talking about picks, and Petrie was talking about trading in and trading out, okay? You know, you might give up something now, but later on you might get it back, okay? Whether it's a high pick, a high first-round pick, or a low first-round pick, okay? So I'm sure that's what Dallas Mavericks is thinking too, okay? We could trade it in and trade it out, but right now we're trying to win. We're trying to make Luka Doncic happy, okay? They got Daniel Gafford out that deal. And they got P.J. Washington out of those trades last week, okay? They're on that win now. And as we see it, it's affecting the Western Conference. So I only hear a bit of all this stuff about, you know, with picks that they gave up. You know, I would have to agree. I would have gave up, you know, a lot of these picks. But this is what they're doing. And this is what they're doing right now. And this is how they're improving. And this is how they're affecting the Western Conference. And I am talking about Phoenix, and I am talking about Dallas, okay? Phoenix done jumped up to number 5 all of a sudden, okay? We also have some other problems that's going on here, folks, okay? Let me tell you. Oh, let me tell you, okay? The Lakers only like 2.5 games behind the Kings right now. All right? The Warriors, they done jumped up in 10th, so they ain't right there with 26 and 25. They done won 7 of their last 10 games. They're 7-3. They're moving up the charts. And the Utah Jazz is not that far behind. Will Hardy got these guys playing now. They started off rough, okay? They're at 26 and 28. Still plenty of time for the jockey for position. We're at a critical stage in the season right now. And this ain't, you know, we're only like 1 game before the All-Star break. The Kings still had the same team. This is what they have to deal with. This is what Mike Brown and his staff have to deal with. And I told you the other day, after they lost to Oklahoma City, I do not trust this team right now. Okay? I will editorialize it. I do not trust the Kings right now. And they played good tonight. They were Dr. Jekyll tonight. It was not Mr. Hyde. They might be Mr. Hyde tomorrow. But they were Dr. Jekyll tonight against the Suns, and they lost. And they have some tough games coming ahead. Down the pipe. I have to agree with Henry Turner, what he said today on the radio show with Scott Marsh. Okay? If you make the playoffs, okay, cool. But if you're one of the 1 through 6, I would say that, yes, you had a successful season. Okay? Scott said, hey, I would just want to win a playoff series. I would too. I would too. But we're not even there right now, folks. Okay? We are in a critical stage of the season. And this team has been struggling. They have lost 4 of their last 5 games. And one of them was to the Detroit Pistons, the worst team in the league, which is not. They're making some move right now. I think they won 2 straight, since they beat the Kings. We are in a critical stage of the season right now. There's still a lot of good game, a lot of good basketball out there, but I just don't know what the Kings are going to do. I'm taking it game by game because Western Conference is crazy. So now you got the Timberwolves at the top, the Thunder, the Oklahoma City Thunder, and they played tonight too, and they won. So they're 38-17. I think they're still behind the Timberwolves though. Okay, they beat the Orlando Magic before the Kings played. Okay, then you have the Clippers. Okay, then you have the Nuggets. Then you have the Suns, the Pelicans. All right, the Kings, and then the Mavericks. The Lakers and the Warriors sitting at number 10, and the Jazz sitting at number 11. They coming. Oh boy, they coming. We'll have to start winning, Sacramento Kings. This is serious now, okay? Last season is a memory, okay? Great times. Did something we didn't think you were going to do, okay? Been waiting for 16 seasons before you did it. You did it. You won 48 games, 48-38, okay? All right? Basically with the same record right now. I mean, you're just what? Oh my goodness. 7 games over 500 still. But just, it's a different season. So it's what you're going to do or what you want to be and how you want to do it and how you're going to do it. Really all depends on you right now, Sacramento Kings. Okay? And I know the fans, we want you to be there. All right? Because today, if it was a play-in game, I'm not talking about the playoff. If it was a play-in game, I cannot trust this team. I don't know where we're going with this, okay? Now Mike and Kevin having words and stuff like that. I hope everything's okay. Okay? The professional that Mike is, he can get that straightened out with his player. Because that played out on national TV. And we've been covering this thing, for all these games, knowing, okay, we're talking about 53 games that Kevin and Mike has not really been on the same page, and it all has been around defense. Okay? Kevin, trying to get that shot down and trying to play defense at the same time just haven't been jiving right. So whatever that was, miscommunication, I don't know. But I just hope they're able to get this together. Okay. Yeah. So right. Let's talk about Royce O'Neal and that 9-2 run that happened in that fourth quarter. I'm just gonna, stay right here in the fourth quarter. I mean, the Kings, they were leading pretty good. I think they had like a 9-0. They were 11. They had an 11-point lead in the first half in the second quarter. Okay, and they ended up closing out. The Suns ended up going on a 17-8 run, and they were down 67-64 to the Kings. That was at halftime. Okay. And the Kings, they went back up by 11 in the third quarter. Okay. Then the Suns went on a 15-4 run, and they came back to tie it up. That was at 87-87. Okay. But after that, the Suns closed it out. The third quarter out there was up 94-92. All right, 94-92. So yeah, they went on that 9-2 run, and then I guess all that stuff to start to unravel, and then the Suns turned that 9-2 run into a 14-6 run. Okay, so they were up 108-98. Okay, the Kings came back. They went on a 10-0 run, tied it up at 108-108. Okay, and then on the next offensive play, Sabonis had one of those monster dunks. So they won a 12-0 run. Okay, after that, they were just trading baskets back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Okay, one team would have a lead, the Kings would have a lead. The Suns had a lead, the Kings would have a lead. So that's how it went. Matter of fact, Malik Monk hit a basket, and they were up 116-115. That was the last time that they held the lead. That was it. Okay, because after that, Devin Booker hit 2 straight baskets. Okay, and he made it 119-116. Okay, Fox hit a basket. It was 119-118. Okay, Royce O'Neal comes down. He hit a 3, make it 122-118. Okay, Fox come back. He traded another basket, another 3. Okay, from 3-point territory. So it's 122-121. Okay, the Suns. Booker. Okay, Booker, he hits. Oh boy, this was some wild stuff here too, because Fox missed 2 free throws at a point from a flagrant foul. I think Grayson Allen had got him up under the basket, but he missed those 2 free throws. And he comes back and he gets another set of free throws. Okay, and from there, okay, Booker makes a basket. It's 124 is 123. Okay, then that's when they pretty much begin to extend the lead, because there was a foul by Keegan Murray with 18 seconds left. So they got a free basket off of that. It was a foul on that, so they got a free basket on that, and they got the ball back. Okay, Booker hits 2 more free throws. He hits 2 more free throws. 3 more free throws. Okay, so it's 128, 123. All right. That's pretty much ball game. They win it 130-125. It was crazy toward the end. You know? Oh, boy, the Kings. Kings. Yes. Fox missed those 2 free throws at the 7-minute, 3-second tick. Missed those free throws after that flagrant foul. Oh, boy. And then Yusuf Nurkic, he had a couple defensive stops. And that's all what it's going to be about, when you get down to that last end and stuff. You got to get some stops towards that end. And that's basically what the Suns did. So hold on to get that victory. They coming. They're all coming. They are coming. The Kings are now in 8th place in the Western Conference. And the Suns move up to 5th in the Western Conference. They're coming. Okay? So if you want to continue lose, Lord knows, I hope that doesn't happen. Okay? Because now, you got the Mavericks and the Lakers on your tail. You got to win some ball games. Well, I've been talking long enough here tonight, folks. a little bit emotional myself because I'm getting worried about how this is going to play out. But I don't trust this team. I'm just going to take it game by game, okay, and see how these young men, respond. One more game, got a little break. Hope that break has helped them out. The last time they had a break after that 7-game road trip, we thought they were cool. They come back, they lose. They come back home, they lose. All right. Let's see what happens here. Hopefully they can change their fortunes around and, get back on that winning track. So I do want to thank y'all for tuning in. We have another game tomorrow in Mile High. Okay. I'll be back for that one. And we'll see where we are with that one. Maybe it'll be a better outcome than it was tonight. But I do want to thank you for tuning in for another episode of On the Cutting Room Floor, presented by Publicity Agents. I'm the host, Tony Harvey. I will be back tomorrow. God bless you all. And peace, love, and solidarity.